Saw the crash again with the logic. I can do that. Can I have you? Me and you, we're going places. Oh, uncollectible. Where to go? What did I just do? Is it on the other side of the door? I think I've switched. I see that one, but there's one by... It must be the other door. Okay. We have some loot or exploring to do. Very vocal, that hiss. How's it hanging? Where do you go? Ah, what'd I do? My TV. You're not dead. Oh my god, we're okay. I got a choke. Crouch behind low cover objects to take cover. What? Crouch to take cover behind low objects. Then put it back on. And there's still things I gotta learn about. Okay, it's there forever. Data breach. Last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the users only accessed a video file which contained portions of the various Dr. Darling presentations. Investigators were able to track the users through their IP address. The following are the confirmed identities of those users: Patrick Studigens, Rubens Nagaria, Arto Kalamakai, Christopher Mills Bowling, and Jacko Sarian. These individuals are in the breach of Bureau Code 91 and have been placed under surveillance by our external investigation team. Further actions are pending. I thought that was a save for a minute. I got an ability point? What does that even mean? I mean, I know what it means, but also 24 Jessies. But let's see here. Ability points? New mod, apparently. The choke? Yeah. Don't know what the ability point means, but I can't spend it yet, so... You're locked? No, you're not. I unlocked you. Because that is level 1 clearance, I guess. Lockdown distinctions. Pay attention, Alberto. This is the last time I'm explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all the sectors by restricting the use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in their sector until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted via the directional override and maintenance once the director is satisfied with the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal, nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by a code red containment breach based on the same complicated system that security and research slap together. It can only be lifted once A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, a higher clearance individual gives the system the all clear. This process is not the same as a directional override. To stop saying so in the documentation. I know it's confusing as heck. I told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays this way. Honestly, I just don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure our staff understand how this mess all works, okay? Somebody's name, I didn't read it. Loot box, never mind, it's a seat. Desk chair. You hurt me. And just grab the loot box. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Unless you can stand on this. No, it's the entire room. Okay. And I can levitate, maybe? I see nothing. Seems like this game is gonna be. You can do telekinesis, so why can't you fly?
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan tells his story. Quincy.
Thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon. I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below them. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room.
There you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story.
Brave.
And I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange. Something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight, we'll be right back.
What's next? A license to make toast in my own toaster. Level 1. That nerd. Somewhere along the line, things went weird. No one was sure how this happened, whether it was something caused by someone or something, or if it just happened by itself. There were a lot of stories everyone had. Get off of that. A theory of how it had happened, of which maybe the weirdest and perhaps only fittingly singled out here was the talk about a strange golden space helmet that someone has found in a secret research project to replicate and manufacture those helmets. It was said that the helmets opened a way to another place different from this one, but whether that one or was actually a place or just something that came over you when you were wearing the helmet, no one knew. Not even the scientists in charge of the project. In any case, or so the myth went, the helmets or the people trying them on brought the other closer to here, and things got weird. Things that people had learned to take for granted, like technology and physics, and religions, and time and stuff, just stopped working like they used to, stopped altogether, or became something different. There were lots of accidents and terrible catastrophes at first, and most people died and disappeared. And in some places it rained flowers, and other places blood, or others blood. And sometimes the other was very close, and everything rippled and warped as something big in the other paths close by. And sometimes it was even almost something, or like the old times. In time, people adjusted and adapted. I learned to use the the new things and laws to fix some of the old, but mostly as time went by, it's back. Cover. Um, it never went away. Right? What am I talking about? Though that the golden helmets and those who wore them were bad. I believe. Skip the line. They knew how to fix some of the old, but mostly all the time went by, people just forgot that things had ever been different, and the weird became normal. Everyone at least, everyone, at least everyone who believed in the myth thought that the golden helmet and those who wore them were bad, and they seemed to have what? A doubt? To have a doubt for those in the golden helmets even when they were hardly ever seen anymore. Were often on those rare occasions doing bad things. Luckily, the other gave many people strong abilities, and a few heroes rose to fight the bad things. And there were lots of these bad things and lots of good things as well. But now even more than before the other. Things were ambiguous and never simple or clear, and people rarely could tell the good from the bad. Any case, things went on, and it was almost never boring. Who wrote this report to Dr. It was him. Oh my god. There we go. You drop any health, brother? Thank you, dropped some. Or? What was that? I don't know, let's go this way. Shelter. People moving now. People moving in the home. Can't judge by the color of the skin. Home. It's not the same song. Give me shelter and what is it? Oh, we want to call it cult of personality. That's not that. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Vote for me and I'll set you free. Rock on, brother. Rock on. Only a measurement is the teacher. Or the preacher. No, sure. Thank you.
This must open the door.
He's okay. This must. I already had one though. Fast travel? Why would I fast travel? You ever hear of a light switch? Even anyone like a light switch in this room? There is. Didn't work. Well, I'm ready. There's still everything here. That time of the month.
They can fly now. Great.
Tomasi, get out of here. Do you think you are? I am. Ow. Hit myself. Right, you can't be hit by that. You give me an ability before this fight, and I can't use it on the fight. You threw that. Got a lot of pipage in that room, friend.
He'll be back.
Rock
Let's stay
on.
focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
No, peep upstairs? Oh, what are you? You drop loot? Or a lamp? It's just a lamp. And that's where we're going. Anything else on this side first? Or downstairs before we go up here? Doesn't appear to be. No loot boxes? Fools. Crouch to cover behind the objects. He's done it. I've already been here. You stay unlocked? You do. Alright, let's go. What do you got for me? But summary? Achievement unlocked. Strange collection. 40 collectibles. I'm like 2 hours in. A spate of disappearances were traced to a home in the city of Butte, where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at blank blank, which has been connected to a total of blank disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside while searching a closet. Agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord and another to replicate the event. Disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. Light switch cord in the home closet disappeared during the incident. Were they alive? Dead? Both? Hiss elevated. Is that like the weak spot? The red? The feet and head? I don't know. Emily Pope wrote this one. By order of Jesse. His elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau paramilitarians. Some prefer to charge their targets, while others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss, elevated due to their own talent in the area. They do not use any weaponry except their own paranatural capabilities. Some Hiss elevated have been seen levitating while strapped into chairs, likely the result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording of parapsychology. How are they able to use paranatural abilities? It is possible that these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption. Also worth considering that the Hiss residents can identify express latent paranatural abilities in their individuals it corrupts. Further blank for full report.
Alright, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds that all of that would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So
Talk about good luck, huh?
Are you still recording this?
Demacia, what a rude boy.
Alberto Tomasi, head of...
Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed, Alberto Tomasi.
The Hiss got him.
The Hiss to get him. You were correct there. Undefined reading.
The hotline can't be far now.
Hotline chamber. Hotline security log on August 19th, 2019, 2:45 p.m. Director Trench, Bill Everett. Director Trench, Bill Everett, custodian. Director Trench, Bill Everett, Director Trench, Bill Everett, Carol Bishop. Previous custodian.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream Logic.
Hello.
Light switch cord. Door marked Black Pyramid.
They didn't make it obvious you couldn't walk there. I thought like the wall disappeared, so I thought I was good to go through, but I died. I didn't die in combat, I guess. I died to the icky ground, and I died to falling to my death. I didn't even know you could fall to your death. Hidden location discovered, huh? What a loud phone. The law of three applies. Stand here, mind the gap.
Whoa. Have we been here before?
Yeah, do it 3 times.
I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country. On the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
Forever ring the bell on that area. And just ring it.
Hello? Anyone here?
Oh, I'm dumb. What about room number 2, huh? Some keys.
Key has a black pyramid on it.
It's me. You know, just my eye slayer playing with their remedy. Same like. You don't need to have it be bright white. Complete the astral plane challenge. I already fallen to my death. You can't get me again. Hotline will allow you to connect to extra-dimensional entities. Oh my god. You did it. Okay, contact, not connect. I got to bait you around, that's all. I thought I had to get you to expose your core. Come on. Fool. Well done, dialed director. You can contact us past selves in the hotline collections collectibles menu. We expect compulsive weekly calls.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself.
We read that.
Things change when you become director.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like...
It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth. No one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown of fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong.
Overwhelmingly wrong.
Compromised. I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a brain cloud making me forget.
I do love the loop.
Hotline. I must reach the hotline.
Like that 15-second loop of smoking. Management team.
A director needs a team. My management team.
This is the one we saw from the
These
what's it
people
called, right?
know the secrets of the
Yeah,
bureau
yeah.
as well as
Ocean View Motel.
the Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but
Living in an
myself.
apartment, my man?
I guess that's when whiskey comes in.
Yes, it is in New York.
Something's coming. The whispers growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. Retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau. Everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun.
I got a phone call, I didn't realize.
against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
That one felt so much longer than a minute and 44 seconds. I had a phone call.
Ring, ring. It's Dr. Darling calling. In 1978, a comms department intern heard the hotline ring and picked it up, going against every safety protocol in the manual. She never recovered, and the handful of witnesses required extensive memory repression therapy. It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well. Our very own Ouija board. Only the director can answer it safely, and what he hears is kept classified.
Sorry, she. Object should be inaccessible for use except for the director. Object is the 1960s era red Bake Elite telephone. Rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs blank. The object allows the director to communicate with the blank. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal blank. See Dr. Darling's presentation 11.6 for more information. The object is currently bound to Director Terrence. Object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. Battery of tests were run on the object, including blank and blank, but its origin remains unknown.
Echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily. People react strongly when I tell them about you.
You told people about Isaac? Or
Emily? She might be able to help.
Ivan? What's the name of the thing from... I think I said it earlier. From, Beyond Two Souls? To all executive staff, I know there is some concern regarding our operations exceeding by the annual budget. So long as we operate within the oldest house, we have scurried from scrutiny in many respects. If our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, then they will be granted by the U.S. Treasury without question. The FBC is just another line in another spreadsheet to some lowly accountant who won't even notice. Their eyes will skip over us, and if we weren't even there. The nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. Regardless, Zechariah, Trans Director of the Federal Bureau of Control. Emily. No level 4 yet. No level 4 yet. Nothing new yet. I thought maybe we'd wear like our ability points there, but I guess I'm wrong. It's up here, right?
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry, you made it. I'm glad.
Emily?
Initial encounters with the entity known as the Hiss has revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, and even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has been distributing over the past week was not affected by this corruption. The only known exception is the fact that the new director, Jesse Faden, who possesses an inherent immunity to the Hiss, could indicate that she was already been corrupted. but her behavior is so in contrast to the fact that the other Hiss that I have dismissed the theory. My final observation comes from Dr. Miss Faden herself, able to cleanse material and organisms of the Hiss corruption. It's a disability on the Hiss corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seems to kill the host. Perhaps the host's sociology becomes reliant to the Hiss. More work to be done.
Let's talk.
Of course.
I'll be on
I
the
got
table.
hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
To prove dominance.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown. Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the Hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself. Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Department of Maintenance. So I don't think we're doing anything at 7 because Aaron could be like an hour and a half late. So we'll keep playing this, unless Jeffrey wants to do with Minecraft, but we can continue this for now. Unless I'm told otherwise. I got mods in a new hotline. Unknown caller. Anything new, Emily?
Hi, Jesse.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
So what do we got here? New personal mod, huh? Energy plus 5%? Okay. Can I only hold 24, or do I have like 7 out of 24? I think you only hold that many. Missions. Away in the maintenance sector. Collectibles. New hotline.
Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
I don't hear a thing, lady. Weirdo.
Singing. Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
I mean, now I hear it.
This attacked the power plant. Brings up a lot of new questions.
Oh, we can do it. Astral constructs. I can turn my gun into a shotgun? Mods? Oh jeez, everything's so expensive. I mean, a shotgun sounds cooler than doing a mod. You're gonna ask me twice. Got a shotgun now.
Communicating, coordinating.
Abilities.
What about the plant attractiveness?
Energy, melee damage, launch damage. And this is the funnest thing to do, right? Additional weapon slot. Grenades and rockets back at enemies, then what if I do?
The power plant is largely confidential. No use get.
Reduce the spread, then what if I do?
We don't even know what kind of energy it uses.
Alright, search for a way into the main sector, but where's the elevator at?